together with Victoria, straight from Greece, we will talk about new integration in BaseLinker system, Skroutz integration, which is a new marketplace, and new opportunities for our clients to reach the Greek customers and reach a new e-commerce market. So we are very thrilled and very happy to welcome this new option to our clients. And basically what is our subject today is to talk about this, of course, new marketplace. And also we will show how to connect this new integration into the BaseLinker system. But first, can you write on the chat? Do you hear me good? Does the sound is all right? We will check first the technical information, and then if everything will be all right, we can start. Just let us know that you hear us. Okay, everything is all right. Hello, welcome Dominic, welcome Edita. Hello everyone. I need to inform you that the chat will be moderate, so just after you write that everything is okay, we will turn on the moderation chat. Our colleague from BaseLinker, Kamil, will check the chat. Also, remember that our last part of our meeting is the question and answer part. So if you will have any question, there will be a time for a question at the end of our meeting. We will try to answer as much question as we can. But if we won't answer to all questions, remember that all the questions and all the answers will be sent to you via email. Also will be published on our blog, so don't worry about that. Everything will be on our blog. Okay, so Victoria, are you ready to tell us more about a new great integration in BaseLinker?
I sure am. Hi everyone, I'm hoping you can hear me. It's great to be part of today's webinar discussion. Just as a bit of an introduction, I'm Victoria. I currently head up the strategy and operations team within our partners unit at Skroutz. One of my main focus areas, together with George, a colleague of mine who is also in today's discussion, we've really been focusing on expanding Skroutz internationally. So we're really excited about being part of this discussion as well today. So before Skroutz, I co-founded and helped set up both tech startups and large corporations and help scale their commercial and ops teams cross-border. So together with Radek today, what we'll be focusing on is how we can help you grow quickly your sales in Greece and Cyprus, of course, with Skroutz and BaseLinker integration. And we'll go through the three following topics. The first one is we'll give you an overview of the Greek and Cypriot markets together with their latest e-commerce trends. We'll see how Skroutz as a platform can play a key role in helping you expand in these markets, hassle-free. And then last but not least, we'll go into the actual onboarding and integration steps so that you can get started. And there will be a Q&A at the end of the discussion, as Radek mentioned. So as some of you may already know, Skroutz was founded in 2005. We actually started as a price comparison engine, and it's only over the past 4 years we really transitioned to become the largest marketplace in Greece. Now, our goal is very simple. We want to be building all the necessary tools and services that will help make our users' experience as seamless as possible. In reality, what this means, and this is pretty unique to Skroutz as well, is that we want to be covering every aspect of the user's journey. So from discovery, payment checkout, to the actual last mile part. And to do so, what we've done over the past few years, and you'll see on the slide, is we've invested a lot in acquiring, but also building a portfolio of companies that can help us really offer a more wholesome offering to the e-commerce in those markets. So we have our own logistics company, Skroutz Last Mile, and our own payment institution, EveryPay. So in terms of numbers, we did around 1 billion euros GMV in 2022, which is around 30% of Greece's total e-commerce GMV. What's quite interesting is that 65% of that GMV was transacted via our marketplace. And by the end of 2024, we project this to reach 90%. Now, in general, our marketplace grows by 70% year over year. And this is despite the economic uncertainties that we're all facing on a more macro level, let's say. When it comes to our own courier service, in general, we fulfill over 20 million orders per year, and Scrooge Last Mile helps us with 50% of those. We've also placed in Greece predominantly over 1.2K lockers across the largest cities, which currently make up 35% of our daily shipments. And when it comes to EveryPay, our payment institution company, it does help us continuously innovate on the payment front. So we offer a multitude of payment options, from buy now, pay later, interest-free payments, cash on delivery, and so on and so forth. And it's because of this presence in the market that we've actually been able to have a very strong following. After Google and Facebook, we are the most visited website in Greece. We have over 8 million unique sessions per month and 1.8 million active buyers per year. Now, for 2023, we project this to reach 2.1 million active buyers on our marketplace. And what's quite interesting is that 280,000 of those users are what we call our Scrooge Plus users. They're our most loyal customer base, so they do about 50% of our total marketplace GMV. Now, when it comes to Greece, I'm not sure how many of you know about the Greek market, but what we've seen is, especially post-COVID, an exponential growth in online consumption. So as a snapshot, Greece has a population of over 11 million people. 40% of those are actually based in the capital, Athens. Its internet penetration is just under 80%, and its e-commerce penetration is under 70%, the majority of which actually is done via a smartphone. And over the next 4 years, a 10% year-over-year growth rate is expected. Now, I mentioned it before, but in 2022, the total e-commerce GMV in Greece was just under 4 billion. Again, Scrooge did 30% of that. And the top categories when it comes to GMV performance in billions were fashion, personal and household care, electronics, followed by toys and furniture. Now, over 40% of users buy at least 6 times every 3 months. And over the past few months, an interesting survey was run which tried to understand what a given user values the most when doing a transaction on a marketplace or a seller's platform. And there's 3 main, let's say, segments of needs. The first one is cost optimization. So they value free returns, coupons and discounts, loyalty points. The other segment is operational efficiency. So whether we're talking about pre or post order, they expect fast and easy checkout process, hassle-free returns, and of course, same and next day delivery. And then, of course, when it comes to the payment, it's all about giving them the options that they're looking for. Now, cash on delivery is quite popular in Greece and in Balkans, I'd say overall. But at Scrooge, we have invested a lot of effort in educating our user base and gaining their trust to make sure that they are paying, at least the majority of them, digitally and opt in for digital payment forms. And so given the users' needs at Scrooge, we have invested a lot of our time in building innovation and converting our users to our marketplace and providing them with a superior experience, not only in the Greek market, but globally. And our USPs, I'll mention a few of them, is that we do build custom solutions throughout the user journey. We have 18 years of user-related data insights on the Greek market. And of course, we offer advanced tooling to our sellers at low commission rates. I'll touch upon the commission rates later on in the discussion, but in general, our commissions start at 4.7%, which is pretty unheard of when you compare these commissions to other marketplaces in the industry. And when it comes to our consumer value proposition, i.e. what we offer our user base, again, we try to differentiate it into two stages, what we call the pre-order journey and the post-order journey. In the pre-order journey, it's all about offering our users more personalized content throughout the different points of their experience, building an app which currently generates around 30% of our daily sales, launching Scrooge Plus. Scrooge Plus is our loyalty program, essentially offers our users benefits such as free shipping if they go above a certain expenditure threshold, access to a wide spectrum of deals, and of course, fast-track customer service. Now, an interesting fact here is that our Plus users typically have an order frequency of 20 plus orders per week, which is 5 times more than our let's say, Plus users. And what's really exciting for us is with our latest international expansion, we can now deliver orders to all of the EU. And then on the post-order journey, I've already mentioned it a few times now, but of course, we do provide last mile solutions ourselves. Scrooge Last Mile is currently one of the largest courier services in Greece. We've installed lockers throughout the ecosystem, and we actually expect that by the end of 2023, 80% of Greece's population will be making their transactions and fulfillment through a locker system. We offer same and next day delivery, which was pretty new, I guess, to the ecosystem before, I guess, Scrooge started introducing it. And in general, we believe that if we own the entire infrastructure from warehousing to last mile, we can really provide a better experience to our users. And during both the pre and post order, all users have free customer support to go through any questions they may have. And this is centralized through Scrooge. So Scrooge handles all these queries as well on behalf of our sellers. And we play equal importance on our partner side as well, our sellers. For our partners, again, our strategy is simple. We try to constantly bring to the market new services and tools that will help them grow. Again, using our in-depth data points, what we try to do is come up with solutions that are more personalized to a given partner and can help that partner get buy box opportunities that go beyond pricing, but focus actually on quality as well. 90% of our users will actually choose our buy box suggestions. And when it comes to our tooling and services that we do offer our sellers, again, we've tried to group them into two buckets, let's say. The first one, as you'll see on the slide, focuses on growth. Growth really means the ability of our partners to acquire and increase their users' basket size. So without going into too much detail, as I'm sure you're also familiar of these services from other MPs as well, it does include content and product listing services, branded storefronts, which enables a given seller to personalize and promote their brand within Scrooge and try to, I guess, differentiate themselves from other partners on the platform. Advertising solutions, so they'll be able to promote their products across different parts of the journey. Plus deals. Plus deals is an interesting one because it enables our sellers to access, as I mentioned before, our most loyal customer base, which have 5 times more, let's say, purchases on a weekly basis, and do campaigns and promotions to those users. And then the second one is all about making them operationally excellent. And this, of course, in addition to warehousing, last mile solutions, it does include us having a support service that has very strict SLAs to ensure we are catering any questions that our partners may have. And when it comes to our international sellers, what we do is we offer content translation in English and Greek for all products. We have continuous support, and by support we mean that we have both customer and, let's say, seller support teams that are available 24/7 to go through any questions you may have in English. We have a partner success team, so whenever a seller joins our platform, they get matched with a success manager who will really focus on their individual performance and come up with growth solutions, i.e. tools and services that they should be utilizing to exceed, let's say, their GMV. And we have a training team as well. So our trainers are there during the onboarding, the induction, but also the growth of a given seller to ensure that you have all the knowledge, whether it relates to our own processes or tools and services that are available on our platform. And what we're really excited about is a few months back, we also launched our Scrooge Academy, which will soon be available to all international sellers as well. And this gives you 24/7 access to advanced onboarding and growth e-learning material as well. And of course, all our sellers, depending on their operational and their GMV performance, get access to incentive schemes. And this can go up to 15% discount on the actual marketplace commission. And then, as we'll discuss as well with Radek, with our integration with BaseLinker, you'll also be able to leverage the power of BaseLinker to handle all your order management and synchronization of your e-commerce activities as well. And hopefully by now, you're wondering, okay, well, how can I join Scrooge? So for international sellers, this is done via our Fulfilled by Merchant model, which essentially allows all our sellers to list and sell their products via Scrooge Marketplace, while it provides them with the opportunity to manage the entire handling and shipping process by themselves. So this is the quickest solution to join our marketplace, as you simply utilize your own logistics network. So it's pretty much plug and play from day one. Now, what we call FBM model is an incremental sales channel, especially for sellers that have an established logistics network in place. And it also enables you to leverage Scrooge's checkout, buyer's protection policy, customer care solutions, and so on and so forth. And we do have integrations with all the top last mile courier services in Greece as well. So that is DPD, DHL, and there's lots more coming soon. Now, before I go into the next steps, we are offering to all our BaseLinker partners an exclusive offer. Now, for those that are part of the webinar, they'll get a 100% discount on the actual annual access fee we have. This is just under 500 euros per year. This will be free of charge for those who have attended the webinar. All our BaseLinker partners will get a 25% discount on the marketplace commission for 3 months. Again, our commissions are already quite low priced, and they do start from just over 4%. And then you'll get a free trial on any standalone package of your choice. So you might want more advanced access to data and insights, or you might want to try out our brand booster, which is basically our branded storefront, which will help you from day one differentiate from other sellers as well. And now the fun part, which is the actual steps of the onboarding. So when it comes to the actual onboarding, all sellers should complete the configuration on BaseLinker, which Radek will walk us through shortly, before actually starting the Scrooge registration. But let's assume that you've already done that. So then you'll enter Scrooge's interface. You'll arrive on our registration page, as you'll see on the slide as well, and you'll just add some basic information. Now, once you've done that, what you'll be asked to do is to paste your XML. Now, this is as an XML URL, which is generated from the BaseLinker environment. Now, Scrooge validates the XML once you copy-paste it into our interface, and it validates it based on our criteria. And if there are any errors or any gaps, they will come up with corrective actions that you will need to be taking. So let's assume that everything is fine, there's no corrective actions. The next step is simply a verification that the XML part is completed, and you'll be asked to proceed with the agreement of our terms of use. So you simply, once you've read it, you tick the box and you're ready to go on to the next step, which is simply populating some extra information about your company. So nothing too complicated, a main contact point, country, postcode, etc. And then the fun part is the KYC. This does differ depending on the country of origin of a given seller, but it's anything from proof of ID of the legal representative, tax number, proof of financials, pretty standard things. And what we pride ourselves is pretty smooth, and it does take less than 10 days on average to verify and complete. And then once the KYC process is done, you then enter the actual merchants panel. So you have an official account, let's say on Skroutz, and this is where typically our sellers would have to pay the annual subscription. But as I mentioned, this will be free of charge to all the BaseLinkera partners that have joined this webinar as well. And once you make the payment, the next step is for you to add your shipping rules. So sellers have the ability to customize these rules based on the weight and the delivery destination. So if you're shipping, let's say, to mainland Greece, or maybe a remote area or an island. And of course, you do have the option to choose free shipping as well. And then the final step, before I pass it on to Radek, is that here sellers should establish a connection between Skroutz and BaseLinkera. This involves utilizing the API key generated by Skroutz, which should then be copied over to the BaseLinkera environment in order for this to go live. So I'll pass it on to Radek, who'll continue on the BaseLinkera's front. And of course, we can go through any questions you might have at the end of this chat. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Victoria. I think this sounds very interesting. Generally, the Greek marketplace is very interesting, but also the Skroutz, and with all those a lot of options, I think this is very interesting place to list your offer, especially if you think about entering the Greek marketplace, because as Victoria said, Skroutz is the biggest marketplace in Greece. So if I would want to compare this in Poland, in some Polish marketplaces, I would say that Skroutz is like Polish Allegro. So let's go to the next step where I will talk about how to connect this integration into the BaseLinkera system. But before we go to the BaseLinkera panel and I will log into the BaseLinkera site, probably some of you are not yet registered on BaseLinkera. If you are not, please do this immediately, because there are a lot of good propositions for you. Because as you see here, there is many different advantages to use BaseLinkera. Of course, BaseLinkera together with Skroutz, but these are of course not all. First of all, when you are registered in BaseLinkera and you want to list your offer in Skroutz, you can do this in a very easy way. I will show it on our panel next when I will switch to the BaseLinkera site. What else? You can also download all the offers from different marketplaces, from different shops. Generally, all the places where you have your lists. So all the orders, every order is in one place. You can manage all your orders in one place. What else? Always up-to-date stock. You can send stocks and prices to your marketplace through the BaseLinkera. So you can also have always up-to-date stocks. Doesn't matter how many marketplaces, how many shops you have, the stock and the prices may be the same everywhere. Of course, this is depend. You can set up different prices, different stocks in different places, but there is option to this synchronization up-to-date on every place. What else? You can also send a tracking number that you create in BaseLinkera to the Skroutz system. It means that if you create packages in BaseLinkera using any integration, you can send this information to the Skroutz Skroutz marketplace. So Skroutz can send also this information to client via messages or any other way. Also, of course, you can send an email to the client using directly BaseLinkera with this number too. All the orders that you get from Skroutz, you can send to your shop, and also you can send these orders to ERP system. So BaseLinkera can connect Skroutz and your shop, and also your ERP system. When you add the integration to BaseLinkera system, you also can link the statuses between BaseLinkera and between Skroutz marketplace. So if the status in BaseLinkera will change, it also will change in Skroutz. You decide which statuses are connected, and I will of course show how to do this. All right, so I will share the screen now and show you how to connect this integration step by step into the BaseLinker system. Victoria told about the XML file, also told about APA token. I will also show where in the panel you will find this information. So just give me 1 second. Okay, you should see now the BaseLinker account. As you can see, we are in the integration section. If you want to add any other integration, it doesn't matter which is a marketplace integration or is it shop integration, you also need to do is in this place. You need to go to the integrations section and just click add integration. Type the name of the integration. We want to add Skroutz. So I just type here in the search bar SN key. As you see, we have our integration. You need to remember that this integration for now is in beta mode. So you just select this integration, click on it. What do we have to do at the beginning? We need to set up an account name and shop title. At this point, there is no need to type a token number, not yet. Just type any name. I just type it 1, also 1 here, and save the changes. So the integration is added to our system. Now we go to the settings of this integration. At this point, you should register at your Skroutz account. So you need one very important thing. You need XML file link. To generate this link, at this point, you just add the integration to the system. Everything is new. You just need to go to this bar, listing setting, and change this option. Generate the offered file from no to yes. And that's it. And then just save the setting. And as you see, the XML file appears. It's now visible, so you can just copy this link, paste it into the Skroutz website at the point when you register to your Skroutz account. And when you register your Skroutz account, you will be ready to generate API token. So if you have this API token, you can copy that token and paste it over here. So first you add integration to your BaseLinker account, create an XML file, paste this link to the Skroutz website. After you finish the registration, when everything will be all right, the Skroutz set link is okay, you can create your APA token. And then you come back to the BaseLinker account, paste here the APA token, and you can just finish all the settings in BaseLinker account, which I will show now how to do. So we assume that you just paste the token here. You can go to the orders bar, which is place where you generally set up all information about every new order. For example, how often every new order from Skroutz should be downloaded. As you see, every 10 minutes is a free option. You can also download these orders every 1 minute. You can decide here, do you want to download only paid offered, not paid? Or you can decide that you can download paid and cash on delivery. Also, you decide in this place to which status in BaseLinker a new order should be sent. So you selecting the status, you can set here a tax rate, for example, 12 or whatever you need. What else you can do here? You can set up here a sending tracking number to Skroutz. You can send basically at the moment when you create the package. Also, you can send that number at any other point of processing your order in, for example, this status or this one or any other. What else you can do? Here you can set up, do you want to send an order to your shop? When you download the order from Skroutz, you can also send it via BaseLinker to your online shop. You can also use the product name on your orders, because you can have a different name in your storage, you can have a different name on your marketplace account. And when you download the order, you can set up this option to yes, and then in BaseLinker, in your order cart, you will see the product name from storage, not from Skroutz. So these options you can choose. Listing settings, here you of course create the XML file link, but not only. These are the options that are connected with every new list. So before you do a new list, you can need to set up this bar. You can choose here a default category. I will show later how to add this category, because before you do a list, you need to select categories in which you want to do list. What else? You can choose a default template of an offer, but you need to create it before. Also, I will show it how to do it later. You choose the warehouse, source warehouse, source price group. Also, you can change the price. So this is the same as in every other marketplace. For example, you have prices in your storage, but you want to have a different price on different marketplaces. So you can change it, you can increase it, you can multiply these prices. For example, if you want to add like 10%, you just need to fill here 1.1, and the price from the stock will, from inventory, will get increased by 10%. You can also add a very specific amount of money. You can, for example, add 10 euro for your price. So this is when you put a precise price, for example, 10 euro. When you do a new listing, you can also see during the new listing, you can also show all the parameters. So you just tick those options, and all the parameters during doing a new list will be visible immediately. Next, you need to decide: do you want to list all pictures from your inventory, only first picture, only second picture? You can set a maximum quantity in this place. You can also tick this option: do not list more than quantity available in stock. So you can set it right here. Next, we have status orders. We can, in this place, connect statuses in BaseLinker with statuses in Skroutz. On the left side, you have statuses in BaseLinker, for example, this one. If you want to connect this with Skroutz, here you will have the list statuses in Skroutz. Of course, this account is only a test account, so we can't see any statuses, but if the account will be connected in a good way, you will see in this list all the statuses that are available in Skroutz marketplace. Next one, we have the prices and the stock. So you need to remember that if you want to synchronize offered lists from any marketplace with our inventory, you need to link them. But if you list offers through the BaseLinker, every new list will be connected with inventory in BaseLinker. So you can synchronize prices and stock. Basically, prices, you can do it for free, like in every 24 hours. If you want to do it in more frequent time, you need to choose this paid option, for example, every 12 hours or every 4 hours. What else we should set up here? We should also set up what will happen if the price will drop to 0 in your inventory. You can then finish the offer. What will happen if the price will be lower than in your Skroutz account? You can decrease the price, or you can do anything. When the price will be higher, you can increase the price, or you can do anything. These are the setups that are in every marketplace in BaseLinker. The next one, settings, is obligatory. You need to fill this, write here a number. how many offers daily should be offered. For example, 100, 1000 maximum, but this one should be filled. What next? A synchronization of stock. Every 8 hours is free. If you want to synchronize it every 1 hour, then you need to pay a little bit more. And as it was with prices, here also you need to decide what will happen when the price, when the stock will be empty, will be zero. Then you can finish the offer. When the quantity will be lower at the inventory than in the Scrooge, then you can of course decrease the quantity. When the stock will be greater, then you can increase the quantity. So these are the main settings that you need to fill in your Scrooge account in this integration. But also remember that after you add, and this is the same with any other integration of marketplace, there will be there are going to be options on the left side. So as you see, the Scrooge integration appears here, and here you can set up offer template. You need to do this because when you list an offer, you need a template of an offer. So this is very easy to add new template. You just click new template. We can call it, for example, 1. It doesn't matter. As you see, this is HTML code. But if you have description in your inventory, and in the description are all information that you need, you can just add here in this field a description from your inventory. You can add any other information, like for example parameter list or any other, and this will be take directly from the BaseLinker inventory and use in every new list. You just save this template, it's added to your account. Also, before you list a new offer, you need to add a category from Scrooge. Is the same as in every other marketplace. As you see, these are the available categories in Scrooge marketplace. If you want to add a new category, if you want to add a new list on some specific category, you just need to choose those category, tick the name of the category, and when the category will appear here, it means that you can do it means that you can list a new offer in this category in Scrooge. So listings is here. If you want to list a new offer, just press here, choose the storage you want to use, then we need to choose the product, for example this one, and then just press list selected. We need to choose the category. We have 3 added categories. So for example, we choose this category, speed runners. We can say click parameters and data to see all the parameters, all the data that we need to fill in before the list will be offered. So basically here you can change all the information. You will see the description. Of course, you need to choose the template. Here you can choose the template from the list. Fill in all the parameters. Remember that this bold parameters are mandatory. You need to fill them. If something is not in bold font, it's not obligatory. So if everything is okay, if the categories are added, if the offer template is added, you can just list offered, and this offered will appear here in this place in offered management. Remember that it can be first in queue. If something will goes wrong, this list will be in this here bar invalid. If everything will be all right, it will appear here on ongoing. So that's how you just add this integration into our system. Let's get back to our presentation. Just let me 2 seconds. I will back to our presentation. Okay, we are back in our presentation. So what else? You know that Scrooge is a nice place to have a new offer, is a great opportunity to increase your sale. You know how to add this integration into the BaseLinker system, and what else you can do together with BaseLinker. There are a few tools that we also we always tell our clients that are very good to use, because they really help them to manage all the orders in our system. And one of that tool is, of course, Pickup Assistant. You can, for example, log in into your phone, into your tablet, turn on this Pickup Assistant, and go to your warehouse and basically just pick up the products. And this is a very easy way to pick up products, because in this tool you can also use the barcode scanner. You can scan the EN code or SKU code, and then the order is marked as picked, and you can go back to your place when you do a packaging. And this is a very good way, of packaging, because there's no place to errors. The system, this Pickup Assistance, show you which one is already packed, which is not. So it's quite easy tool. What else you can get using BaseLinker? Other free application, which is, I think, very important, this is a free integration, is our BaseLinker caller app. So basically it means that you can see on your phone screen which client is calling. You see the order number of this client. So when you pick up the phone, you already know who is calling, and you said, hello John, how can I help you? Yes, I know your order. You can find this order very quickly on the system. So this is a very good application, and it's free application. It works only on Android phones, so you can install it for free on your Android device, and then connect it with a BaseLinker account. Of course, these are only two integrations. There are a lot of more integrations. Basically, the main reason why you should use BaseLinker as your main place when you manage all your orders is because you can connect many different integrations in one place, many different marketplaces, many different shops, and so on and so on. So the options are basically limitless. Every new month we add every new integration, as for example today, new integration, new marketplace from Greece. So please check it out as you can. What else? I will also talk a few words about our integration BL Paczka. BL Paczka is our integration that will help you to provide packages to the Greece. We have a special offer that are prepared for our Polish customers, Polish users. This link to this offer you will receive after our webinar in email. So you can check in this email what kind of offer to be prepared, and basically how much it will cost you to send a package to Greece. When you have connected many integration into BaseLinker system, for example, few marketplaces account, few shops, you want to see all messages from all your clients in one place. You can do it. You can do it using Responso integration. Responso integration allows you to see all messages in one place. This is a very good tool that is connected with BaseLinker. Basically, in Responso panel, you see the number of order in messages, but in BaseLinker, in every order, you see all the messages from the client. So this is a very easy way to manage all the messages in one place. Check out this integration. You can add it to the BaseLinker system anytime you want. Okay, if you will have any question where you can find information. After this webinar, you can check our Polish and English source of knowledge, our help tool. There are articles in Polish, there are articles in English. There is a description also how to add this account, the Skroutz account, into the BaseLinker system. So you can, of course, watch our webinar later in YouTube. It will be uploaded on our YouTube channel. But also you can check this article where you can check how to connect this integration. As I said before, also our YouTube channel, you can find there our other webinars. This one also will be uploaded to our channel. And our customer can use a BaseLinker Academy, a place where we add new courses, online courses. This is a new platform, so new courses are appearing. Will appear soon, a new course, a more advanced course. Now you can check out the basic course. What is nice about this, that you can download the BaseLinker Academy certificate. You can send your employee for these courses. So this is a good way, and of course this is free for our customer. A good way to teach someone how to use the basic tools of BaseLinker. Okay, if you have any questions, write an email. If you need help with integration your company to the BaseLinker system, you can write the integration at baselinker.com or in Polish base, wdrożenia at baselinker.com.